Hello friends, welcome back to another video and a special big hello if you are new. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my spring TBR. I find TBRs really intimidating and kind of anxiety inducing. I put a lot of pressure on myself, so if I don't finish my TBR, I have a lot of self-loathing to myself, and I feel pressured to stick to that TBR, and I can't read or read like a new book that I picked up or a new release or anything like that because I didn't put it on my TBR. So I tend to keep my TBRs quite short, and I like to keep my TBRs fitting with the season. I like to do them seasonally. That way I've got like 3.5 months to read this book or read these books, and I still have plenty of time to pick up other books as well. And I've just found that works best for me. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. I have 5 books that I want to talk about today. I'm going to start with Middlemarch because I've actually already started it. So here's my edition. It's Middlemarch by George Eliot. And it basically, I wanted to do Middlemarch in March, basically. And I am not very far in. I think like on StoryGraph, it says I'm like 18%. I don't think that I'm going to finish Middlemarch in March this year because we're already pretty much halfway through March, but maybe sometime in April, maybe May, I don't know. I will finish it. I am enjoying it. But it tells the story of the residents of a town called Middlemarch, or a village probably rather. And it just explores their lives and their relationships with one another. It is very slow paced and it is kind of dense, but I am really enjoying it. In particular, there are 2 sisters who are younger. One of the sisters she's getting married to this older man, and the other sister is just like, he's very pious as well. And the other sister is like, why would you choose to do that? Like, why would you choose to marry that ugly old man? And it's just really interesting to read about like their character dynamics and their reactions with one another, and just how different they are. And it's just been really good, and I get very excited every time that they come into play. It's just a really fascinating kind of character study, at least with the 18% that I've read. But I really, really like it. I've always wanted to do Middlemarch in March, and I've put it off for quite a few years. I work as a literacy tutor, and before that I was teaching in a classroom, and I was just so drained and exhausted that the idea of picking up a book of this size seemed impossible. So I feel so lucky to have the energy and the time. I definitely think it's a privilege that I'm able to be reading this book this year, and I think that has also just made it extra sweet to me so far. But I will keep you updated on it. I post a lot about it on like Instagram and things like that. So if you'd like to hear more about my experience as I'm reading Middlemarch, then you can. The next book that I have is also a classic, but it's a children's classic, and it is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I loved The Secret Garden when I was a little girl. It was one of my favorite books, and I haven't read it in ages, probably since I was in probably elementary school. And I'm so excited to read it. I scoured the internet trying to find the most beautiful edition that I could find, and I think I was able to. I found one of these painted classics. I think they're done by Harper Muse, but it's stunning. I love it so much. It has sprayed edges. I just adore it. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's also kind of textured. The painting it's like lifted up. I love it. I think that I might like these painted editions better than the cloth-bound classics, which, if you know me, is kind of weird to say, but I really, really, really love it, and I want to collect them all now. But The Secret Garden tells the story about a young girl named Mary. She's orphaned, and she's going to live with her uncles. He has this really big house that is full of rooms, and she finds it full of secrets and magic and wonder. One day she stumbles upon a secret garden and figures out how to get into it. And she becomes to bring this garden back to life. Again, this was one of my favorite books as a child, and I've not read it in so long, so I'm so excited to reread it. I think that I might vlog my reading experience with this, because I think it will not be nice to feel like I'm talking to friends about it as I'm reading it, but I really can't wait to reread this one this spring. Moving on to another reread and another classic, it's Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. This tells the story of two sisters and kind of the romance that follows. I have read every single Jane Austen book, and I've only read Sense and Sensibility and Mansfield Park once. All the others I've read at least twice. Most of my favorites I've probably read upwards of 3 or 4 times, but there is something about spring that screams Jane Austen to me, and I just really wanted to reread Sense and Sensibility. I've never seen the adaptation with, like, who is it? Alan Rickman, Kate Winslet, who are the others? Is it Hugh Grant and Kate? I'm blanking. But I've not... Kate Blanchett? Is that who it is? I don't know. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But I've never seen it, and I would really like to watch it. So it just kind of made sense for this to be the one that I choose to reread. I didn't like it as much. I mean, I did like it. Obviously, if I hated it, I wouldn't be rereading it. But I didn't like it as much as most of the other Jane Austen books that I had read. So I'm really curious to see how I feel about it this time. We will see. I will keep you updated. I might also vlog my reading experience of this one, because I like when you read like a book that has a film adaptation and you kind of watch, I don't know, read and watch it. I don't know. So I might. If you aren't like, I don't know, interested in that, then maybe I won't, but I think that would be really fun too. But I am very much excited to reread this one. I'd say this will probably be one of the next ones that I pick up. All right, I have 2 more books for you. The next one is The Story of the Trapp Family Singers by Maria Augusta Trapp. There is something about spring that screams The Sound of Music to me, and I have bought this book. I bought this book for a long time. I bought it at a like Peddler's Mall thrift store. It was $2.99. I have wanted to read it for the past 2 or 3 springs, because again, reading the actual story of The Sound of Music, and then again, kind of fitting in with the others, watching the film adaptation sounds really fun to me. But I'm very, very much excited to read this. I can't wait. I will read you the little blurb on the back. It says, Navy Captain Von Trapp keeps his family in strict shipshape order. Then lively young Maria, a temporary governess, turns his home, his head, and his heart upside down. In this heartwarming book, The Real Maria tells her engaging true story. Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer star in a movie suggested by Maria Trapp's life. So I'm just really excited to read the actual story of Maria and then watch Maria's story. I just think that will be really nice. And again, I just love that I was able to find and thrift this. I love this edition. I think it's really pretty. I have seen other covers, but I've not really seen this one as much. I don't know if this is like what edition it is. It was originally 50 cents when this was sold. It's printed by Scholastic. It was the second printing. But you can see there, 50 cents. Man. But anyway, I am very much excited for this one. Who knows? I might vlog my experience reading this one too. I'm so excited for my spring TBR. I just want to share my reads with everybody. And lastly, I have Lovely War by Julie Berry. One of my friends bought this for me a long time ago, and I never read it. Not that I didn't want to, but again, I have a lot of anxiety on the type of books that I'm picking out, and I am a very seasonal reader, and this one didn't really seem to fit a season. So I think I chose to do it because it had pink in it, and pink made me think of spring. But I think this is like historical fiction mixed in with a little bit of magical realism. It's set during World War I and II, which I like because I find that a lot of historical fiction solely focuses on World War II. So anytime that there's an outlier and it focuses on a different war or a different point in history, I'm kind of drawn in immediately. I used to devour World War II fiction, and I think I just extremely burnt myself out on it. I'm just now like really willing to dive into a lot more like World War II fiction. Hazel James, Aubrey, and Colette, a classical pianist from London, architect, Harlem-born ragtime genius in the U.S. Army. That's very cool. I'm reading a book about the love song of Ricky Wilde right now, and it has a lot of references to Harlem and like the Harlem Renaissance, and it's been amazing. Their story is told by the goddess Aphrodite, who must spin the tale or face judgment on Mount Olympus. Ooh. It is filled with hope and heartbreak, prejudice and passion, and reveals that though war is a formidable force, it's no match to the transcendent powers of love. Sounds really good, really interesting, and very unique. So I am very much excited to start this one and to actually have read it. I think it's going to be really good. Like, if I could predict this one, I think that I could predict this is probably going to be a 4 or 5 star read based on the back. I think it's going to be really unique, really interesting, and it'll really set itself apart from others. I don't know. Also, I love the way that it's set. You have like the different acts in here with the sections and the like, I think that's really cool. But anyway, thank you so much for being here and listening to me babble on about books. As always, I appreciate it so very much. I hope to see you guys in another video very soon. It just means the world to me that you chose to watch this video, and it means even more to me that you would choose to come and watch more. I really, really appreciate your time. So, but anyway, again, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you again. Bye.